8 MLB players who got caught living fake expensive lifestyles. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this month's shoutout giveaway. Scott Air and others get impacted by financial fraud.
Played a few years. I got to play 13 seasons, roughly about 11 years of service time. Close to 700 games.
Major League Baseball players invest their money just like millions of other Americans. So in 2009, when Stanford Financial Group was being investigated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, all of its assets were frozen. Players such as Scott Air, Carlos Pena, Xavier Nady, and John Damon had investments with the company. They were not able to access their money. The players said they had some trouble paying their bills since their liquid assets had been frozen. Pete Rose gambles away his Hall of Fame chances.
1963, Cincinnati native Pete Rose made his Major League debut on opening day.
Pete Rose is the greatest player not in the MLB Hall of Fame. He has over 4,000 hits in his career, yet he was not elected to Cooperstown because he was banned from baseball. The Dowd report provided information that Rose bet on baseball. He denied the claim for years. Rose eventually admitted to betting on baseball, but said that he always bet on the Cincinnati Reds. The Black Sox scandal. The Chicago Black Sox scandal is one of the most infamous moments in MLB history. It is also one of the most unforgivable acts in the history of the game. The players had talked about the fix, but they were not certain that it was on until pitcher Eddie Cicotte hit Maury Rath on the second pitch of the game. The White Sox players involved in the fix intentionally made the bad plays and threw the game. 8 players, Shoeless Joe Jackson, Eddie Cicotte, Oscar Happy Felsch, Arnold Chick Gandil, Fred McMullen, Charles Wade Risberg, George Buck Weaver, and Claudia Lefty Williams were banned from baseball as a result of the scandal. The participation of Shoeless Joe Jackson in the fix is a hotly debated topic. While the other players had bad numbers during the 1919 World Series, Jackson batted .375 in the World Series with 6 RBI, and he didn't make any errors. Sid Finch. Sports Illustrated writer George Plimpton was able to fool a lot of people with the curious case of Sid Finch. Hayden Siddhartha Finch had gone to Harvard University but then moved to Tibet to become a yogi master. While there, he learned to control his mind and body and was able to throw a 168-mile-per-hour fastball. Finch, who had never played baseball before, was a master of the French horn and only pitched with one shoe, a heavy hiking boot. The article that Plimpton wrote was accompanied by pictures of Finch with Mets players and coaches. The article opened up stating, "He's a pitcher, part yogi and part recluse. Impressively liberated from our opulent lifestyle, Sid's deciding about yoga and his future in baseball. When looking at the first letter of every word, Happy April Fool's Day. Ah, fib. Put Galvin juices up." Many people believe that the problem of steroids in baseball is one that is new to the game. However, that is not true, as the issue dates back over 120 years. Pud Galvin was the first known player to use steroids. He used the Browns' Accord Elixir, which was made of animal testosterone. The substance may have given Galvin an edge, as he won 365 games during his career. Sammy Sosa.
Here's a pitch swung on a long drive. Way back, might be at it. It is!
Sammy Sosa is on this list for 2 reasons. In 2003, Sosa was caught using a cork bat. If this was his only indiscretion, he would be much lower on the list. However, Sosa has also been connected to steroids. He was long suspected of using performance enhancers, and in 2009, the New York Times alleged that he had been one of the players that failed the drug test in 2003. John McGraw. John McGraw was willing to do whatever it took to win, regardless if it was legal or not. When he played from 1891 to 1906, his temper and actions earned him the nickname Little Napoleon. McGraw would hold runners back by their belts or block their paths to prevent them from moving forward. He was also known to trip base runners. While he was on base, McGraw would spike opposing players when he slid into a base. Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco is one of the most well-known steroid users in baseball, but he has also been one of the game's biggest whistleblowers. Canseco has no problem admitting his past steroid use. His book Juiced helped shed more light on the steroid situation in baseball. Canseco was not afraid to name names in his book. Marriage frauds. Alexi Ogando has become a big part of the Texas Rangers rotation. He likely had his major league debut pushed back by a year, as he was forced to miss the 2005 season as a result of visa problems. These visa problems stem from the fact that he had been involved in marriage fraud. He was one of almost 30 players who were caught up in the scheme. A man had promised the players $3,000 if they appeared to marry women who had no other way of entering the United States. This was a lot of money for these players, and the US consulate officials became suspicious of how many players had been married in such a short time. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.